Hello, hello, hello. It is me, your True Hill Phenom SP3. We are back once again with a new edition, episode 9 of Tru Rewind. I am back once again with the connoisseur of all reporting, Mr. Romeo Anthony Cologne.
Now this motherfucker spitting. Episode 9 of Tru Rewind.
Absolutely.
Episode 9 of Tru Rewind.
And Mr. Supreme, the Supreme Ivan Ooze. He is the host of Going Raw. This is Drunk Guy JJ.
Thank you. Just need a headband to cover up the shitty hairline, Quarantine is not our friend, but soon come.
Happens to the best of us. So if this is your first time watching us, Tru Rewind is where the three of us, the three Monday Night Warriors, we get in our DeLorean, we pump up the flux capacitor, and we head back to the start of the Monday Night War. And we review both Monday Night Raw as well as Monday Nitro and decide what was the better show for the week. We've also reviewed a couple of different pay-per-views, Fall Brawl, In Your House. Up next on episode 10, we have In Your House number 4, which we've ranked here on True Hill Heat as the worst In Your House in history. So you get a full review of that. But first, we got the go-home show for Monday Night Raw. We have the October 16th, 1995 edition of WCW Nitro. Before we do anything, this is a quick reminder to you, the viewers. Push that like button. Show us the support that we need to continue the series. We enjoyed this series, and we want to make sure you do as well. And, of course, at the bottom, the iCard, you can push the subscribe button to subscribe for more True Hill Heat. So, Romeo, you are our quarterback. The ball is in your hand. Get us started.
Monday Night Raw, taped from Grand Rapids, Michigan. No relation to Saginaw, Michigan. We start with Isaac Yankem's cartoonish promo, shaking the steel cage. Bret Hart calls Isaac and King the Tartar and Abscess of WWF.
That whole segment, by the way, seemed so 90s. Like,
very.
Oh my God, watching that, like they were all just cutting their little separate promos in the can. Like,
it all had a dentist feel.
And all of them had either dentists or cages involved in their promo.
Exactly.
Bret says he's going to be their personal hygienist. King says Isaac is going to cure Bret's gingivitis and overbite.
And he said that he is the key to victory.
Yes, remember that.
Remember that. And I closed my eyes during Isaac Yankem's promo, and I thought it was Corporate Kane.
Back in the ring, Triple H sprays his perfume near Vince McMahon. Vince says, "Oh my God, it smells like Raid."
Hilarious.
We are recording this on the birthday of who, SP3?
Whose birthday was it?
Gorilla Monsoon?
Oh, yes. The great.
I thought you were playing the wrong.
I thought you meant October 16th. We're in the DeLorean. We're in the DeLorean. I thought we were in October 16th. I was like, whose birthday is October 16th, 1995?
Happy birthday to my Uncle Gorilla.
Happy birthday to our current WWF president, Gorilla Monsoon. You are up in the sky making decisions for us on Tru Rewind. We love watching you back, Uncle Gino.
He finds Dean, Douglas, and Mabel each $7,500. Woo! Back in these days. Oof!
It's a lot of money.
So, times is hard. Times is hard.
We learn Undertaker has suffered a crushed face.
What? What? Are you serious? Oh, man. So will he be good? Will he be good for In Your House? Will he?
Doesn't sound like it. We'll find out more about that later.
God damn it.
So we finally find out why Jaqua's been so excited for this Mabel and Undertaker at In Your House.
Oh, man, it's terrible.
We get the first appearance in the Monday Night War of Doink the Clown. Wow.
This was the bad doink. This wasn't Matt Bourne. Matt Bourne was the goat of all the doinks. I think this was probably like maybe Brooklyn Brawler, Steve Lombardi maybe.
I've been called a clown once or twice. No, I've been called I act like a clown. Excuse me.
Really? I'm just so used to hearing troll. I didn't know clown was.
Yeah. It'll be Triple H versus Fatu on Sunday. Triple H beats Doink with the awesome pedigree. Back in the days when the pedigree was just good luck. I'm not going to protect you. 3 minutes, 49 seconds. Triple H improves to 19-0. This is Doink's final TV appearance.
Wow.
I barely knew you in the Monday Night War.
I did not know that. I did not know that at all. I put in my notes here that Lawler brings up that Shawn Michaels was involved in an incident in Syracuse outside of a bar.
Yes.
And that they'll have more on that later.
Can't wait to talk about it.
Honestly, this match felt like just dressing for the commentators to talk about anything else besides this match.
Match, basically.
Backstage, Barry Horowitz and Hakushi. Hakushi is turning babyface, so of course that means we have to Americanize him because that's the only way to be a true babyface is to be an American.
American. Yo, that
Barry.
is almost kind of true. Like a lot of, damn, that is true. Good point. They always try to give him like kind of like an American gimmick to get them over, especially back in those times. But continue, good brother. Continue.
Just quizzing Hakushi on American baseball trivia. They hug.
Which he had the wrong answer for. He's trying to lead Hakushi to say Babe Ruth is the all-time home run hitter. And Hakushi says, no, it's Hank Aaron. And he's correct. It's like, you got the worst teacher of Americanization to get for Hakushi.
It's the USWA Tag Champs, PG-13. They're back without their belts again. And they're facing the Smoking Guns. This wasn't supposed to be for the tag titles, but apparently it is.
Yes.
A cute little inbox promo from PG-13. One of them says, "We taking you fools to school because we cool like the water in the swimming pool."
Oh, man, what a promo.
The Guns beat these vanilla midgets in 4 minutes, 59 seconds with the Sidewinder. This is PG-13's final appearance until next year.
Dang,
we also
I want to say, but we can't say it because this is not still a part of our trip down memory lane.
we also had Uncle Gino, Gorilla Monsoon, announce that King Mabel will face Yokozuna on Sunday at In Your House number 4. And I put in my notes in all capital letters, that's gonna be awful.
That's an understatement.
Damn. Also, it'll be the Smoking Guns defending their tag titles against 1-2-3 Kid and Razor Ramon. Where the f did that come from?
They made up, man. Remember at the Razor sunned them, so I guess they're all good buddy now. So now they get a tag title shot.
Tag title shot.
That's all you gotta do. Make up his friends, get a tag title shot.
Doc Hendricks is with Jim Cornette and British Bulldog. Cornette says Bulldog used Diesel to get a title shot. Doc trolls him, bringing up Yokozuna's leg drops, the only reason Bulldog won. Bulldog says he's tired of being disrespected and will take what is rightfully his on Sunday.
Right.
Oh my God. This might have been the moment of the show where I laughed the most.
Do you want to talk about it? Because I personally needed subtitles for this.
Well, we have none other than voted by me and Chris G on our top 10 most hilariously botched promos. The MVP of botched promos, because you never really understood what he was saying. It is none other than the Pearl River powerhouse,
Mr.
Ahmed Johnson.
Mr. Mushmouth.
So Ahmed Johnson, they kick it to a vignette, which Vince says that he has like all the power of a Million Man March or some crap like that. And Ahmed is talking about honor. So it says Amen on honor, and Amen says, honor is when you watch your mother go to work every day, making a miserable wage. You know in your heart that she is not a minimum wage woman. Then she finds the few dollars to take you to a WWF event. You'll say, thank you, mama. That's honor.
That's kind of crazy that you actually figured what he said out. I don't know if it's because you're black or what, but God. And I'll tell you, and I was watching that, I had no idea. I'm like, sound like Kenny. I did not understand what
I
the
did
hell.
have to rewind this about 6 times to get it.
Dean Douglas is in a jobber match. He wins pretty easily. But the story of this match is Vince McMahon telling us what happened to Shawn Michaels.
Goodness gracious.
Attacked by
Shawn.
10 thugs. Thugs. Last Friday night, unprovoked. King argues this, says it was provoked.
Do we tell the story? Because it really was provoked. Do we tell the story of what really happened?
Go ahead, drunk guy.
You know, what's funny is that even though it's an ongoing investigation, Vince McMahon has all the details.
Yeah, right. On a taped episode, by the way. So it probably happened after the fact that he got his ass whooped. But anyway, so Shawn goes to a bar, I guess with the clique, and it's 10 Navy dudes. He tries to holler at one of the Navy dudes' girl. He thinks because he's Shawn Michaels, he's hot shit. So he starts mouthing off at the Navy guys. They beat his ass really bad.
Well, no, they did tell the fact that he was dragged out of a car. Apparently, he was out with the clique as well as British Bulldog, and they parked that out. They were outside the bar, and they fell asleep or something. It fell asleep because they were all drunked out and drunk, and they fell asleep in the car outside the bar. And then the 10 military guys pulled Shawn out the car and beat his ass. They slammed
they pulled him out the car?
They pulled him. They pulled him out the car because it was British Bulldog who comes out of the driver's seat and stops the military guys from beating Shawn's ass even more.
Shit, he clearly didn't do a good job. Oh, poor Shawn. But continue,
Vince says Shawn had stitches, swollen eyes, shut, that he got beaten to unconsciousness, and they continued to beat him after. HBK's on the phone. He sounds awful. But he claims he will be there Sunday at In Your House to face Dean Douglas.
So another lie. We just got In Your House false advertising. Just imagine those times as a fan ordering In Your Houses, and you keep getting lied to every pay-per-view.
Are you spoiling it? He doesn't show up?
We called the first In Your House we reviewed Bait and Switch. Can it be Bait and Switch 2.0?
Honestly, it'd be cool. Actually, this one should be called Tell Me a Lie. Remember that at the tribute song, they played for Shawn because of this. And he's lying. So perfect.
You're telling me he doesn't show up?
We'll see. We'll see on the next episode.
Say that you won't go.
Pretty sure that's what you just said.
Look in my eyes. Hold me even though. All right, guys. Sorry. Okay.
Doc Hendricks shills 2 dudes with attitude merch. One size fits most. Jaquan, you gonna buy that?
Actually, I do like what King said. He said, "You guys would hurry and buy this shirt because this is gonna be a collector's item because Shawn will never look like that again."
King owns.
Goldust promo, very short, says Jannetty is in for a major makeover. That was short. Oh my god.
He's talking about Jannetty. I'm sure he didn't have much to say.
They did run down the lineup for In Your House number 4.
Do you have it? Do you want to run it down for us?
We got Diesel versus Bulldog. We got HBK versus the Dean Douglas. We got the Smoking Guns versus Razor and the Kid for the tag team titles. Fatu versus Triple H, and Marty Jannetty versus Goldust.
Man, what a show. Oh, yeah. Did you say Yoko and Mabel too, right?
Yeah, I get it. I mean, you can add that too.
Man, what a show.
Paul Bear promo. Very unnecessary close-ups of Paul Bear. He warns The Undertaker will come back to crush Mabel and Yokozuna.
Great Paul Bearer promo.
Next week, there will be a 20-man battle royal, the number 1 contendership for the IC title. But it's time for the main event. Bret Hart versus Isaac Yankem in a steel cage. Much better cage than the WCW one, by the way.
I have to agree.
Bret has the match won, but referee Tim White can't open the lock to the door because Jerry the King Lawler reveals he has the key at the announce table. We got a special hotline plug to call and find out more about Shawn Michaels' situation. Thank you, buddy, for an investigation. Very nice. Bret Hart puts the sharpshooter on Yankem. Yankem taps. Bret tries to escape. Lawler stops him at the top of the cage. Gorilla comes out, forces Lawler into the shark cage, which he has raised up to Burger King chance. Jerry has a fear of heights. He yells he's gonna get a nosebleed.
And that's exactly what happens.
And he actually does.
Yo! I started dying laughing when they cut to him. And he has the blood all over his face.
Very impressive. It looked like an actual nosebleed. I don't know how they did that, but very nice. Jerry starts crying. This is one of the first times blood has been shown since 1993 on WWF television.
True.
Jerry eventually throws the key to Yankem. Yankem tries to unlock the door. Bret stops him, throws the key away. Bret eventually escapes the cage for the win. Lawler's disappointed. Vince says, keep him up there. And then Vince also says, we're having problems with the cables. Well, and I groaned.
Yeah, I know.
Man.
It hit a nerve hearing that too. I'm like, oh.
I did not even think about that, but that's a great point.
This is the end of Bret and Jerry Lawler's 3-year-long feud.
Wow. Impressive.
My favorite words. Let's wrap up this Raw.
Wait, have you all been? Maybe I'm tripping. Have you been saying this every week?
I have by accident, but now I'm just all right. Fine.
Wow, really good.
Keep saying it.
Yes, keep that.
Match of the night, fellas.
Bret versus Yankem.
Yankem, yeah.
I don't think there's.
By default, exactly. By default, honestly.
MVP, fellas.
Of this show?
By a country mile, Jerry the King Lawler.
Same.
Yeah, he kept it interesting, so yeah.
He was the most. That match was pretty good, but Lawler made it really good.
Right, yeah. Just watching up there bitching up in the shark cage was hilarious.
LVP, I'm gonna go with those two midgets, PG-13.
Wow, we actually agree for once. I totally agree with that. PG-13 had literally 1 minute of offense in a 4-minute match where they were the heels. So
1 minute too much.
They're 15. Well, if you want to call it 15 minutes of fame, but they're beating jobbers. They get a tag team match and just pretty much get jobbed out. So yeah, that's not really the way to go.
Look at all that unanimous. Dirty finish counter. Holy shit. 0.
what?
Oh my God, it's a miracle.
For what?
Shocker.
Time to count it down. It'll be thumbs up or thumbs down in 3, 2, 1.
Damn it, Sid.
Wait, what do you
I
guys
actually
have?
gave it a.
Oh shit.
I gave it a thumbs up.
Why?
They for this In Your House show, which I am zero interest in, they did a good job of hyping it up. This whole show was very much focused on building to Sunday. So I think they did their effective job of a go home show. Was it a good or great wrestling show? No, but it was an effective go home show.
Speaking of that, Sid, actually you made a very good point on building up the show. So throughout the show, we almost forgot about that. How they were trying to hype up the fans, thinking Bret would be the guy to replace the Undertaker, and they give us fucking Yokozuna. Bret's not on the show Sunday. One of your biggest stars is not on the show. But you give that match to another heel, by the way, mind you. Maybe
to be fair, only Lawler was the only one that was teasing Bret as the replacement.
But I'm just thinking from a fan's perspective. If you want people to pay to watch a show, who would you rather see, Bret Hart or Yokozuna?
Bret Hart, by far.
It would have been.
I'm just now realizing that Bret Hart's not on the card.
Yeah, he's not.
Nitro, we're live as live can be from Albany, Georgia. SP3, do you have any Mongo notes for the beginning of the show?
Oh man. It's like I really was like very proud of him for last week when he didn't have a line at the beginning of the show, and it was in his hometown. So I pretty much expected him to have some awful line at the start, but he starts off this episode with, "You got that right, baby." And Captain Love Dog has flown in from Dog Trot to see some out of this world action tonight. I mean, wrestling you never seen on this planet before tonight, baby.
Jesus Christ. I knew that was coming, by the way. I was laughing my ass off. I'm like, is this guy serious right now?
And is that stupid dog Fifi wearing anything special? Did you notice?
She's wearing alien.
Fucking antennas. Like fucking antennas.
Backstage, no, excuse me. You see a video segment. Ric Flair is going to team with Sting. This was made on WCW Pro. What is WCW Pro?
I'm guessing TBS, I guess, wasn't in like every place, every market at this time. So they had, TBS had WCW Saturday Night, and I guess they're on other syndications they had WCW Pro.
So Ric Flair's nixing the handicap idea. He's got a tag team partner now. Sting says, "If you swerve me, I'm going to leave you for dead. Dead, dead, dead."
Threatening to murder a superstar on television.
I was like, man, this is record time for a murder threat.
DDP snuffs the shit out of some mascot. Get a replay of Johnny B. Bad knocking out DDP backstage. Apparently DDP did something. He made a flat tire for Bad, and that cost Bad a shot at getting to the arena on time and getting a U.S. title shot with Sting. Johnny B. Bad gets huge pop. They love Johnny B. Bad.
They do.
But they're very disappointed.
They're going to be disappointed because Page immediately hits him with the championship. Ref calls for the bell before the match even begins. Dirty start. Dirty finish. Diamond Doll looks beside herself. Bischoff says, "This guy is trash." DDP is trash because he counts the win for himself and fires off Johnny's confetti gun. Bad wins by DQ.
Like, I put in my notes here because we find out that these two are meeting at Halloween Havoc in 2 weeks during B-Bad's entrance, and I thought to myself, because they already talked about Sting and Flair versus Arn and Pillman, I was like, so we have two matches that are going to happen at Halloween Havoc tonight.
What is the point of ordering a pay-per-view? What is the point?
Let's watch a good match. Eddie Guerrero versus Chris Benoit. Both in their prime, both 28 years young. Benoit wins with a full Nelson German suplex in 8:36.
This was the best match we have watched so far from either show.
Bischoff discusses rumor of a WCW Cruiserweight Championship on the way.
I was going to say, Benoit had one of the stiffest power bombs I've ever seen in my life in this matchup.
I love Chris Benoit's power bomb. He always did it with force. Like he's about to freaking
and I just loved the whole story of this matchup. It was very much like a technical, little bit of high flying from Eddie. I said this was a great choice for Benoit's debut in having Eddie there, and then Eddie tries to strike Benoit on the outside, and he hits the ring post, and then Benoit works on the arm the entire matchup, and then the finish is Eddie goes to throw a right hand punch, which is the arm that Chris worked on, and he hurts himself by punching Chris, and then Chris just puts him in the dragon suplex for the win.
By the way, call the WCW hotline. They're going to tell you how one of the other company's superstars got in a fight with a fan in a parking lot and lost. Mean Gene is with Kevin Sullivan and the Giant. Sullivan, very cartoonish, reminds everyone he's pure evil. Says the young Hulkamaniacs will become children of the Dungeon of Doom. Giant talks. He seems very nervous as fuck. This is his first ever live promo, I read.
Yep.
Puts the hand over Mean Gene's face. Any notes on this promo?
Sucked.
All I put is, I will take this over another Hogan promo.
Oh, man, you're going to be very upset. You're going to be very upset, brother.
Meng versus Hacksaw. But first, how about a little Disco Fever?
Of course. You gotta get the Disco Fever. Disco Fever. Disco Fever. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Meng jumps Hacksaw from behind. Dirty start. Crowd is hot for Hacksaw. Meng with the spike submission hold at 152. He wins, but even though Hacksaw is waving no and still conscious, the ref calls for the bell anyways. I'm going to call that a dirty finish.
More like a stupid
You guys agree?
finish.
No, not really, but I just put really good pop for Hacksaw. I just want to say Hacksaw Jim Duggan, one of like the good wholesome characters you always remember as a kid. He's a great character. But I also put in my notes, I have never seen Hacksaw do any other moves outside of a clothesline, body slam, and the 3-point stance.
Hogan promo. All black still.
Literally, I have in my notes, oh, fuck!
Yo, that was in my notes, was facepalm. Hogan promo, facepalm. That was really it.
I put so much rambling. Hogan likens himself to being Don Corleone and says he is more powerful than
fucking
any
monster, and he's supposed to be a wholesome character. What? But go ahead, continue.
And the only other thing I have here is how many times he says the Giant is big, nasty, and stinky.
Oh, and also talking about how he always body slammed his father in front of 94,000 people. He can never get the number right. He can never get the number or the stadium right, so it seems. So, yeah. Hogan.
The two notes that I have in my for this Hogan promo, Hogan vignette, I put Hogan says he can stop an elephant in its tracks, and he can make promoters drop to their knees in tears because of the power of Hulkamania. And I also put, I'm pretty sure that Hogan has taken some type of hallucinogen drug since his neck was broken.
Again. That stupid ass neck thing that he can't even keep. Mind you, since he's having the neck brace on, he has not kept his neck stiff yet. He must have a strong neck. Pause.
Main event time. It's Pillman and Double A versus Ric Flair and Sting. But first, Sting is nowhere to be found. Pretty shitty on his behalf to not even start the match with Ric Flair.
I gotta clap it up for Sting because Sting was getting ready to be my LVP already. If Sting did not do this, he was my LVP because I was like, Sting, you really gonna believe Ric Flair? But no, he was like, you gotta prove yourself for me to come out. I loved it.
Sting eventually makes his way down to a big pop after Flair has done much of the damage on his own. Probably didn't even need Sting. Sting gets the red hot tag. Mongo says, I haven't seen a house get clean like this since the Republicans took over the Democrats. Not sure that line was needed on this show. Sting and Flair win by a countout, as Double A and Pillman don't really want to get back in the ring. After the match, Flair Sting promo. Say that again?
Gotta pay to see that match.
Sting explains he sat back to watch Ric Flair's heart in a 2-on-1. It'll be a rematch at Halloween Havoc. They both high five. Jesus. Any notes on this?
I guess a good way to lead into Halloween Havoc. Have a not a good ending, decisive finish. Keep people, I guess, interested heading into the pay-per-view.
I put Mongo and Bischoff both say that Sting is delusional for saying that Flair is walking the straight and narrow now, and the brain is pretty much speechless. And then at the end he goes on a full rant about Sting and Flair.
Next week it'll be Sting and Lex versus Harlem Heat, huh?
Yeah.
Benoit versus Malenko and Alex Wright versus Eddie Guerrero.
No, it's a tag match. It's Benoit and Malenko versus Alex Wright and Eddie Guerrero.
Thank you. Match of the night? No question. Unanimous. Not even going to ask you guys.
Yeah.
Benoit, Eddie Guerrero.
Just save our breaths.
MVP, I'm just going to say both of them too.
Benoit, Eddie Guerrero, exactly.
No, I actually went with Ric Flair. Ric Flair, MVP. He showed his heart. He fought off 2 guys on his own pretty much, and like you said, he made it seem like he didn't need Sting.
Very fair to Flair. LVP, I had both Hulk Hogan and the Giant for their terrible, awful promos.
Hulk Hogan don't like to share.
Going with Hogan.
Going with Hogan as well.
And dirty finish counter, I counted 2. That is 14 and 8 shows. You gotta watch. Hacksaw
Are you counting the tag
guys.
team match?
Huh?
Are you counting the tag match?
No.
Okay.
That was a fair count out.
Okay.
But DDP bad didn't even start, and you gotta watch the match back. Hacksaw does not give up. I'm telling you, the ref just calls for the bell. He's saying no. Ric Flair Chop Counter 12 tonight. That's a new record. 59 in 6 shows. Mongo Meter. What did you guys have the Mongo Meter at?
Whew. You started off stupid. You said that Democrat Republican line. What does it mean again?
That's enough for me. The last one is shut the fuck up, Mongo.
Yeah, basically.
Or something like that.
Shut the fuck up, Mongo.
Awful on 7 of 7 shows. That's 100%. And it's time to count it down. Thumbs up or thumbs down. In 3, 2, 1. Middle, up, down. Wow, we haven't done that yet.
I love it. This is his first in the middle. Why'd you give it in the middle?
That Benoit Guerrero match was really, really good. We also had the end of the show was really good. Like the whole tag team situation leading up to the match for Halloween Havoc, I enjoyed. The only thing that really drove me nuts was Mongo. We don't count Mongo. He's gonna be Mongo. Giant and Hogan are just keep making me not want to see Halloween Havoc. But other than that, it was easy. Give it in the middle. We took out those promos and the pointless, I guess, B-Bad and DDP thing, even though they're about to have a fucking match at the pay-per-view. It was okay.
Last week was a tie, 2.6, both of them. This week, fellas, let me start with Drunk Guy JJ. What do you think Raw and Nitro did for these two?
Teeth, I'm going to go with... You said it was Todd last week?
Yeah, 2.6.
I'll give Nitro a 2.5.
And what do you give Raw?
It's leading into the pay-per-view. I guess fans are probably going to watch. They probably tied again, but I'm going to just say 2.4.
SP3, what do you give Raw?
I'm going to give Raw 2.7 and Nitro 2.5.
The actual ratings this week, Raw did a 2.6, Nitro did a 2.2.
Well, I got it right. I did predict Raw would win.
So now WWF is up 3-1 with 2 ties in the ratings. And our Tru Rewind Scoreboard, according to our thumbs up and thumbs downs, JJ's thumbs in the middle gives WCW the edge. They win. Because you didn't do a thumbs down.
I gave both shows a thumbs up. I thought Raw effectively built up to their pay-per-view, and WCW had the best match we've seen so far of all the shows that we watched in 9 episodes.
That's saying a lot, because it's been very,
I did not like either show. I thought there was just one match shows, and that's it. And so thumbs down for me. You got to do more than that to give you a thumbs up, even a thumbs in the middle.
Race is tight, so we're not gonna have the scoreboard next time on Tru Rewind next Monday. It's gonna be episode 10 where we review In Your House number 4, The Great White North. So
boy.
Put your comments down below. Let us know what you thought about the October 16th, 1995 editions of Monday Night Nitro, as well as Monday Night Raw. And let us know what you thought won for the week. Push that like button. Let us know that you enjoyed this series. And, of course, push the subscribe button and check out our playlist for more Tru Rewind. So, for the connoisseur of all reporting, Romeo Anthony Colon. For the Supreme Ivan Ooze, Drunk Guy JJ. It is me, your True Hill Phenom SP3, signing off for Tru Rewind. Until next time.